Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You are back with Mystery and Meerkat, and we make a return to Kingdom Come Deliverance. If you've watched the last couple of episodes, I've really been enjoying this game. I really hope that the reception I get from you guys is really good, because I really want to continue playing it. Yeah, in this episode, or rather at the end of last episode, we cut off as our parents died, which is a bit sad. But yeah, let's get into this, guys, and see what we're in for. We need to run.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to town, Merc! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Wow. This feels kind of like more like a movie than a game. It really does. They've got like a really good sword now. Oh man. I don't wanna. I can't believe there's still people running after me right now. I need to go find a horse, quick. Oh god! No! No! I know I'm bleeding. I didn't realize this guy was so close to me. Wait, how do I get my sword out? Like, surely you should tell me how to, like, get my sword out first. There's a guy running right behind me. I thought I could run away from him, but apparently not. He literally just sliced me up like corned beef. Hold on. Main hand. Equip. Equip. So wait. Why don't I have it out? I'm just running down the hill. Screw this. Let's hope he doesn't see me. Because I have not a clue how to get this. Oh my god, there's loads of more people running after me.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Minä jobban vergőt, anna rosszabb lesz, beribant!
Horse riding. Right, okay, that's fine. Right now, I just want to get the fudge out of here. I don't even know how to draw my sword. Oh, this isn't any good. I thought it was going to make me sword fight them. They didn't tell me how to draw my sword. Like, maybe that's something that I've missed earlier on, I'm not sure. But when I did the sword lesson, it just gave me a sword and it was there. Like, I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a way for me to actually... Oh, leave me alone, dude.
Left. Talmud is to the left.
Oh god. Oh! As if they got me. Like... What? What? How does that even happen? Right. Yeah, we've seen this bit. We know about this bit.
Eltaposlak, mint egy tetvet!
Oh my god. I think it's just a case of literally having to continue on this path.
Left. Talmud is to the left, along the stream.
I just gotta run. They're still behind me? Yeah, of course they are.
Go! They'll kill you all!
Kibelezlek, te fasz!
Leave me alone. My horse is slowing down.
Gyere, te Gani! Ma a pokolban végzed!
Run for it!
No. No. Stop trying to kill me. Horse. Go.
Kibaszok veled! Hát ez rövid lesz!
Oh man. I'm so stressed right now.
Oh, God!
Are they still behind me? Of course they're still bloody behind me.
Kapsz egyet! Douglas!
Oh, I see it. It's in the distance. Come on.
Most régen! Nyílt ki a francba!
My poor horse has got arrows sticking out of it and everything.
Oh my god! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Help! Skalitz has been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hagyjuk! Húzzunk innen! They're turning tail!
Oh man. That was
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
that was epic.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
I like this guy. I like the old dude. Oh, little doggies.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
We come from humble beginnings. That was just epic. That chase on the horse there, literally had my heart in my mouth the entire time. I can't believe I died from like getting shot by an arrow though, right? What the hell's that about? Okay, so we've discovered Talmberg. You've discovered your bed. Discovered a baker. Was it Robard we talked to? Presuming so.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
That's a good idea.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talent.
Damn it, my stomach hurts.
I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
All I've seemed to have done so far is lose reputation in this game.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
my lady, I'm honoured.
It just seems to be
So
on
this
some
is
of the
our brave young man?
cutscenes. It seems
Welcome,
to just,
lad.
I don't
Bojana
know,
here
for
will
some
take
reason
care
the
of you.
frame rate just
No
drops
doubt you're tired
dramatically.
and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Yeah, so for some reason in just certain cutscenes, it just seems to like dip the frame rate, and I can't figure out why. I genuinely can't figure out why the frame rate's jumped straight back up now. See? It's all about. I don't know. The longer you go hungry, the weaker you get, and in the end, you can even die. Nice. Different foods have different properties. For example, an apple won't fill you up like a roast duck, but it will stay fresh for longer. Okay. Well, let's have some lentil mash. Or some bread rolls. I wonder if the stuff that I have like in my inventory stayed fresh, right? Nourishment 0. Yeah, I should really use them. Some roast duck. You're stuffed. Wait until you've digested your food. Okay, I'm sorry. You've eaten too much. You won't be hungry for much longer time now. But you'll be clumsy until you've digested everything.
I'm tired.
There. Right, well. Deal with fire. We can talk to the cook. Let's have a quick
evening.
word. Good evening. Oh, okay, so we can just buy stuff from her then. The villager. Oh, I can't lockpick that. No. Another villager. Right, so we've got a lodge in the courtyard somewhere. I think that's this big building here. There's the entrance. Is this like all mine? Yeah, go away. I'm in a private. This is my private area, is it not?
What's that? You're that lad from Skalitz? What in heaven's name happened there?
It was awful. That's what happened. They torched Rovna on their way. Sigismund came with his army.
It was a fine sunny day until Sigismund came with his army. I saw him sitting there with his red beard and proud posture as he gave the signal to attack.
Oh no.
They began murdering. They cut down anyone who didn't flee to the castle and destroyed everything in their path. The terrible cries of the wounded and the dying, I'll never forget it. It was only by some miracle I managed to take one of their horses and ride here.
How terrible. All the saints in heaven must have been watching over you to keep you alive. But you're safe here now.
Oh, thank you, Miss Villager. That makes me feel better. I really think I need to get some sleep though. So, you're tired, your stamina and eloquence will also gradually decrease. Sleep is a solution. Find an available bed, which you'll recognise from the icon on the compass. Sit on it. Sleep. And then how long you want to sleep for?
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
It's a bit strange.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
I wonder what her game is. Let's just tell the story. I don't know where I am here.
It was terrible.
I've not loaded in.
The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
I don't even know what this lady's got, so I went to collect a debt.
A fellow by
first.
the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home.
I don't know what's going on here. That's
That's
obviously a bug. Right
he was
there.
forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her.
No, I didn't.
I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like
No, you
a
didn't.
valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Maybe that's what I should have done.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through, I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of that frame rate on these cutscenes here, man. Like, maybe it's something to do with the HD texture pack or something that's installed. I'm not entirely sure, but man, these frame rates. And I know it's not the computer. It can't be the computer. It's got to be something to do with the game, because the computer, when the game's running in, you know, normally without the cutscenes, runs perfect. You know, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I think we're having nightmares here. PTSD going on.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Okay. We got a torch we can help. If you need a light at night, use your torch by holding 1. Even better, use a night hawk. Oh, that's how we got our sword. Okay. Now it makes sense. Right, I press 1 to get the sword out. Press 1 to put the sword away. Well, I didn't think of that. I thought it'd have a specific button. Anyway. Drawn weapon causes fear amongst villagers. Well, I'm not going to actually just keep it out. I just wanted to make sure that that's how I did it. Odd game. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. It's much appreciated. If you did indeed enjoy the episode, please do leave a like. Any comments that you've got, leave them in the comments section down below, and as always, I will certainly respond to those for you. And lastly, if this is the first time that you visited my channel, go check out all the rest of the content. There's loads of stuff for you to look through, and also please make sure you subscribe, and just make sure you tick that little notifications bell as well. Just lets you know when I'm releasing my content. Anyway, guys, with that being said, until the next one, peace out.